record. Okay. Where we last left off was Custermine's back a long ways in time, as the party, for context, had finished their encounter fighting... Well, actually, no, let's go back a little bit farther. The party had entered the Druid Grove after acquiring Spirit Breaker, the hammer that is said to purge spirits from hosts, and in order to try and stop Atina Hadron from stealing Zienna, the party had entered the Druid Grove while she had already infiltrated, per a vision that was given to Aethros. The party talked to Zienna after meeting like Chief Taruk and Priestess Gresh and a couple other individuals from within the grove itself. Zienna was originally completely against, was not convinced that Atina was an imposter, was not very nice to Matron. Cue a conversation with the party, and Ibrin, presenting Atina's note that she had from way back when, realizing that it was her handwriting, Zienna very quickly changed gears, realizing that maybe there is something up. Big Tune and Zienna went to talk to Chief Taruk, who, upon getting to right outside of his tent, was met by Hadron and the Frost Serpent. Cue a small battle with just Big Tune, Zienna, and Chief Taruk versus the Serpent and Hadron. And the party slaying after catching up and a battle ensuing, had slain the Frost Serpent, the second of three Simulacrums that are giving Hadron the durability and strength that she has, as well as the technical inability to truly die. The party, realizing in this encounter, after a conversation with Valine, that the lightning tank had been destroyed, had taken an evening to relax and rest, and proceeded to meet with Chief Taruk in the morning, who said he wanted to talk to the group. The party ventured outside the Druid Grove to a cave that was down a small, downhill expedition, and found that they had what essentially was a dormant airship known as Sharaha, that was used by the founder of their Druid encampment, their group as a whole. And instead of just asking them, letting them borrow it, Chief Taruk is like, you guys can have it as long as we can have ideally the bodily remains of our founder. From within, the party unlocked the door and proceeded to navigate inside, discovered the things that were kind of inside there, and then as the party was kind of investigating, trying to figure out how they could get it to run again, Ohno presented the beating heart of a red dragon that had been taken from the corpse / remains of the mechanical Charladyn Dragon that you had encountered in Brinchander. And he felt pretty confident he could at least get it moving. Probably wouldn't be enough power to fly, but it'd get you guys essentially a snow traversing ship, or I guess land traversing ship in general. Hashtag snow pirates. After Ohno began working with members of the Grove to try and figure out a way to essentially connect this Red Dragon's heart to the ship, he felt confident that with enough time, he'd be able to make it happen. I believe it was within the day, so the party took an extra day to hang out. The next morning, Ibrin came outside to see Matra and Spit that were kind of doing some target practice, realizing that there's more growth to be had and to be more beneficial to the party. The party saw, or originally Ibrin had seen, the appearance of what looked to be the Aurora Borealis or Northern Lights off in the distance, but it was off as it was an overcast, and generally speaking, you can't really see the Aurora Borealis through the clouds, at least not well, and this was very, very evident. The party realized, after investigating this, that there was something amiss, and saw, much to their disgust, that there was cold light walkers, these large, undead, brightly light-shining creatures that were making their way toward this particular cave. While some were ahead to cause a battle, there was a horde of them on their way. The party dispatched the few that were up ahead, and then saw the appearance through the clouds, that of Oral, raining down some form of divine magic and rising more of them out of the ground to attack the party as the horde continued to arrive. So the party has 4 rounds that they need to survive, and after that survival, something will happen. You will not need to continue fighting. But we started things off this combat with Ibrin, who did his turn, which brings us to the first Cold Light Walker of combat. So, with that in mind... Oh god, that guy's just so far away. Okay, one second. He's just gonna dash a bunch. Alright, that is all that he can do. Brings us to a druid. He is concentrating on Barkskin. He is going to attack the Cold Light Walker that is by him. For reference, it is the druid by Victoon. What has he got for spells? He is going to once again conjure up Produce Flame and fire a ball of fire at the creature. And miss. Since he does not have multi-attack, he's going to move inside the dome of dim light over the top of Aethros and end his turn. That brings us to another Cold Light Walker. Another one super far away. Dash as he begins to run. That brings to Chief Taruk. He's going to run up to the Cold Light Walker that's near him and begin attacking. With his shape-shifted claw that he has. Saving throw, which it fails to deal more damage. And he's going to attack one more time. Another wisdom saving throw, which it fails again. That's twice. Okay, you guys better have good rolls too. I hope I don't waste all of them with freaking Chief Taruk. Anyway, he makes 2 very savage attacks against the Cold Light Walker, and it doesn't have any emotion, as it's a beam of light. Like being made of light that is encapsulated in these clothes. As he viciously attacks it. That'll be Chief Taruk's turn. Which brings us to the Cold Light Walker on the left side. He's going to move and then target. Oh yeah, something I forgot to mention. Ohno, while working on the ship, needed you to buy him time. Valine offered to help out this combat in place of Ohno to help you guys get going. But, Cold Light Walker's turn. Cold Light Walker's going to attack Irini. Which will hit. Which will be 25 damage to Irini. And it has multi-attack, so it is going to attack a second target. It's going to switch to the druid and launch another cold ray. And it's going to fail. So that will be... Right, who's within? Is anybody within distance? Irini is... It is going to make Irini make a Constitution saving throw against being blinded. However, it is a magical effect, and I believe Irini has advantage on those. Just gonna look up savings really quick. Saving throws against spells, never mind. This is not a spell. So, just a regular saving throw. Oof. She does not succeed. Irini is blinded until the start of the Cold Walker's next turn. That is rough. Okay. That will be the Cold Walker's turn. That'll bring us to Athros.
Alright. I am going to... How does it work? I'm going to cast Darkness.
Okay.
And I'm really hoping it just... I mean, if these guys are beings made of light, just put it right on top of him. Maybe he just goes away. There's no light there.
As you conjure this ball of darkness, you would see that all of the light within the vicinity of the Cold Light Walker, all the bright light that have been emanating from it, and the dim light, that extra distance, temporarily at least disappears to your knowledge. You don't feel as though it's gone, but you don't know because it's in a globule of darkness. So
I'm really hoping he's just gone, but we'll see. And that's my action. I'm not gonna move because everyone's in my little darkness here. So
a little safety bubble.
Yeah. I forgot where I have temp HP. I'm gonna reroll my temp HP.
Okay.
End of my turn. Alright. That's it for me.
Okay. Another Cold Light Walker boy. He is going to dash. What's the range on this Cold Ray? 60 feet. Well, I know someone who's in range. He's going to make an attack against Bictune. His Cold Ray. That'll be a 21 to hit. For 25 damage against Bictune.
Owie.
Wow. Okay, I forgot these guys hit hard.
25? Looks like it didn't come on.
I haven't applied it yet because I don't know if Athros is going to use Silvery Barbs. I'm giving a pause before I apply it.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. I feel like Bictune should
We're
be
cool
fine.
right now. We're cool right now.
Nice thing is you have resistance to cold damage too.
That's what I remembered because I just saw I also have that from that.
In the near future, maybe not.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Back in my Fear of Darkness.
That's going to be its turn.
Oh,
As
that'll-
that'll bring us to another one who is very far away. Making his way downtown. That'll be his turn. Brings us to Irini, who currently cannot see anything. Because she is blinded. She's at 17 health. I think. Alright, Irini, what spells you got? You really need a healing spell. Irini, I think, is going to try and move further into the sphere, because that's all she knows is that she is inside the sphere right now. And praying she doesn't run into anybody. Which she did not. Because when she's blinded, I also can't see anything, so it's great. That's gonna be her turn. She literally can't target anything. She would feel like Valine nearby as she trudges through the snow, but that's about all she
Can I
can.
give her temporary HP?
Yes, you can.
Can she give someone like bardic inspiration, or do you just have to see them?
I believe you need to be able to see the target. I'll find out. Even then, she wouldn't really know who to target if she can't see them, but we'll check once. Let's see if it actually specifies anything. Who can hear you? Never mind. She could inspire someone. She's gonna sing a little ditty about not being able to see anything and inspire Bictune if he doesn't have inspiration already.
I don't believe I do.
Okay, Bictune, you are inspired.
Alrighty.
That'll bring us to you, Bictune the man, the myth, the legend.
Okay. Just double check before I. Yeah. I'm gonna move over this guy and hack him and whack him and slack him.
Checks out.
I just posted like 12 times. Of course I do.
It's only twice.
Okay. Good lord. It's chug-a-lugging for me tonight. Come on. You can do it. Oh, okay. Alright. I'm gonna guess that's not gonna hit.
That is not gonna hit.
And so I'll try again.
You do have your inspiration.
That's okay.
15 will hit.
Save it for something else. Okay. And it will have to make a saving throw.
Okay, DC 12. He will succeed on the saving throw.
I'm assuming that part of that is going to get either resisted or completely negated. But it's at least some decent damage.
Yeah, as you, Bictune would recall that when you guys fought the Cold Light Walkers before, that the cold aspects of the blade that you're currently wielding don't seem to have any effect, but the remainder of the damage does. So it does take a little bit of damage.
Honestly, I think that's about it.
Okay. That'll bring us to...
Oh, whoops. I accidentally moved Max. Or Max moved me.
Silly Max.
So back.
That does bring us to the Coldbite Walker that is next to you. It is going to reach out with its arms, and it's going to make a couple of attacks against you. First one's going to miss, as you're able to, after making your attacks with your blade, you kind of bring your shield back up and parry off one of its arms that swings it down. You feel a lot of force behind its swings, as it readies its other arm to make an attack against you too.
I'll let you. I doubt he's gonna one-shot me, so I'll just wait until after. But I will use my reaction to attack him back after that.
I mean, if you want to do it now, you can. I haven't gone through with the attack yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. What a great usage.
As you ready your
roll.
What's that?
Don't you reroll once?
No,
That's
only
probably-
on damage and only if I'm two-handing it.
Got to.
right, because I thought you switched out Great Weapon Master for dueling now, or did you keep Great Weapon Master? You just haven't used it.
Maybe I did.
I don't remember. Deep down, we
You're
don't know.
right.
Your sheet
I think
has
you're
the
right,
answers. All right, as you ready your blade, coming off of that parry for that first attack, I want you to make a sleight of hand check.
Yes, it is dueling, but sleight of hand. Oh man, that's rough.
Okay, Big Two. As you ready to bring your sword around for another strike, instead of as you attempt to follow through with your attack, your follow through from the attack is a bit stronger than you thought it would be, despite it missing, and you actually end up launching your sword right there, 10 feet behind you.
Awesome.
You still have your shield this time. Just your sword flew out of your hands.
Right.
That'll bring us to its
Why?
second attack. God, your AC is insane. As he goes in for another strike, you feeling the sword leave your hands and kind of launch behind you, sticking out of the snow. You ready your shield once more to parry off of its other arm, being a bit more defensive in your stance at this time, but it is not able to pierce through your overwhelming defenses that you have.
All right.
That brings us to the druid inside the circle that hasn't gone yet. It is going to look at the Cold Night Walker that is attacking Taruk, or I should say that Taruk attacked, and it's going to be useful if it was actually useful. Okay. Okay, it's going to use Entangle on that Cold Light Walker by Chief Taruk. As, let me see, for duration, these plants on the ground. Creature in the area you cast the spell must make a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangled plants until the spell ends. It has to make a strength save. It is not restrained, And that little box is difficult terrain. So as he attempts to restrain the Cold Light Walker, you watch as its like physical form is able to like snap out of like rasping vines that erupt from beneath the snow, finding purchase from the earthy ground that is somewhere below. But it is not restrained, much to the druid's displeasure, as that's pretty much its entire turn unless it moves out of the circle. But it ain't gonna do that. It might take a few steps in more to, just in case that Cold Light Walker near it is, you know, doing its thing. I realize I didn't use the Cold Light Walker's other ability on you, Bigtune, but that's me as a DM making a mistake. So we're gonna just pretend that it didn't have it this turn. That brings us to the Cold Light... Okay, now it's the Cold Light Walker by Chief Taruk's turn, which is going to make attacks against him. Two of its slams. First one is going to miss. It brings around its arm for another one. Also a miss. Chief Taruk is tanky. I like to envision that it did make purchase, and you feel a loud thud, but it didn't do anything, as Chief Taruk is too enraged to feel that pain. It is going to use its last ability, since he's within 20 feet, to make Chief Taruk make a con save. Or be blinded. Chief Taruk, again, being the tanky boy that he is, just shrugs it off. He is not blinded. He passed his saving throw. Brings us to Valine. She's going to... She's going to point down at the Cold Light Walker that is attacking Chief Taruk and cast Blight. It does not succeed. That's impressive. For a whopping 49 damage. Looks like it resisted a little bit, but not much. Alright, that is Valine's turn as she stays within the bubble. Miris, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll move closer towards the Cold Light Walker that's near Bigtune.
Since this is a new combat and was within the 1 minute or 10 minutes, I think, of Hex, you could still move. You can move Hex onto a new target since the previous one is dead.
Okay. Yeah. I'll move Hex onto the Cold Light Walker that is right next to Bigtune.
Okay.
And then I think I'll just attack it with my crossbow for now.
Okay, sounds good. $16 will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. Alright, for 6 damage, and then your Hex die.
Was that just like a 1d6 or something?
Yeah, it'd be roll / 1d6.
/R 1d6.
Yes. /R or /roll, sorry.
And I think that's just going to be it for my turn for now.
Okay, sounds good. Cold Light Walker down below. He's going to dash, and there's no one within range. He is going to end his turn there. Which brings us to round 2.
Alright. I will move my guy a little bit. That way I can help out Victoon. And then I will attack. I need Dakota, sir, to roll a d6. Or no, d8 for me.
Right. Alright.
That was-
It was not great.
I will sharpshooter this one as well.
Okay. Alright, a 21 will hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Sure. Selected next damage. So that's 3d6 plus 10 plus 2.
6 plus 10 plus 2, yes. Looks like, for some reason, it looks like it wanted to apply it to you. So I don't think you, if you were targeting the creature, it didn't register that you were. Regardless, I will apply the damage because that's where it belongs. The update to Foundry allows me to choose if I have to apply it or not every time someone attacks, which is great because then I don't have to backtrack. But I applied the damage. We're all good. Okay. First attack. As you fire off your arrow, it makes purchase into the cloth that the Cold Light Walker is wearing, and you can see as your arrow disappears, there's a hole where your arrow was, shooting out more light from the side of its body.
Alright. We'll do the same thing again. Now, don't I get advantage? For some reason, I'm thinking I get advantage.
You get advantage when when you have a target within 5 feet of the creature as a rogue.
So I do get advantage with this.
Yes.
I will sharpshooter again.
Okay. Alright, a 15. 15 will hit.
This one's versatile. Plus 10 plus.
And out of nowhere, a sacred flame appears.
Whoops. I meant to try and read the
You're good,
description of it.
So for 18 more damage, okay. As it takes the full force of your attack once again, you can tell that all these creatures have no visual, like, facial signs that they're in pain. You feel as though this creature has probably a couple more attacks, and this one will probably go down.
Interesting. Otherwise, I'm good. I'll end my turn there. I don't need any temp HP if I'm near Aethros.
Okay. For reference, Ebrin, just because I can't edit your hit dice anymore, don't know why, it doesn't give me the ability to, I can't click it to remove it. You have 3 hit dice left, I believe. 2 rogue and 1 fighter.
Let me... How do
don't know why
I
it won't let me
even
edit
edit
anymore.
that? It won't let me edit it either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
It's weird. I don't know why they changed that. That was really nice before. I'll find a way to add something like that to your inventory for a tracker. But in the meantime, just for reference, you have 3 left.
There. Cool. I end my turn.
Okay. Cold Light Walker. All the way at the bottom. He's going to do his thing and keep running at the party. That is his turn. Druid is going to also target the Cold Light Walker by Big Two with another Produce Flame. Is going to make purchase this time. Fires off a ball of fire, doing a little bit more damage. And that's going to be his turn. Cold Light Walker, again far away, is going to be running towards the party. Running underneath the tree. Its turn. Those are easy guys, I like those. Since the Cold Light Walker that is down by Chief Taruk is now dead, he's going to, I think, since he can't see the one inside the Globule of Darkness, he's going to move into the dome. To there. And he's going to just pick up a chunk of ice and throw it at the Cold Light Walker that is making its way towards the party, since he thinks Big Toon can handle the other one. After seeing you scarf down food, he feels confident in your abilities as a man.
That's fair.
Wait, has to make a dexterity saving. And I believe this is a all or nothing. Cold Light Walker, as he throws his ball of ice, the Cold Light Walker, not so much dodging out of the way, it seems like he just missed his target more than anything else. He's going to throw it one more time since he has another attack. Another big old chunk of ice, like a really crappy game of snowball fight. This one will not succeed. Cold Light Walker, let's see. Ooh, I have not been playing that correctly. It is... How many feet away is it? 55, so it would be 30... No. 3 times 5, 15 damage. And these guys, he is knocked prone. There's my prone guy. They updated the icons. I did not notice that last time. Some of them, anyway. That'll be Chief Taruk's turn. Cold Light Walker in the Globule of Darkness. Aethros, you watch as the Cold Light Walker emerges from the corner of your Globule of Darkness with its turn.
Oh.
And the bright light that was emanating from it, once its head appears out of the, once its head appears outside of the globule, you see the light once again return to the area. It is going to attack. It's going to attack you.
Go for it. I'm not afraid. I'm very afraid.
23.
When I still rebarbs it, what's it gonna be?
Let's find out.
Giving myself advantage.
It'll be a 21.
That does hit.
All right. Oh, I targeted myself. It'd be 25 cold damage, which I believe you have resistance to, so it'd be 12.
Yep. Okay.
And it has one more attack, which it will continue to make against you. But this one will not hit. It rolled a 17. As it fires off these beams of light, Aethros, you feel one of them hit you in the side of your armor. But with your wonderful ring of warmth, it's kind of pleasant for once.
Yeah.
As it fires off the second one, you're kind of able to block that with your shield, not making purchase. As that brings it to your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna run up to this guy and smack him with my what is this? Spirit Breaker.
Heck yeah.
And then I do have advantage from the silvery barb.
Yes.
I'm gonna use that. Ooh.
You love to
Yeah.
see it.
Damage. Critical.
Oh,
Not bad.
I forgot to fix that macro. It would actually be roll 2d8 for me, because it'd be 16 plus 2d8 plus 1 plus 3. So 20 plus 2d8. Alright, so it would be 28 damage instead of 17.
Wow.
Alright, as you wail on it with a powerful blow from Spirit Breaker, you feel the weight of this hammer in your hands, not just physically, but like you can tell that while it's dormant, there is a lot of power here. As you bring it down upon its hooded, light-filled head, you watch as while a being of light, the impact that you have leaves a lasting impression. As before the hood itself takes time and eventually returns to its original state upon its head. That was good. That was a good attack.
Yeah. Alright, then as a bonus action, I'm going to use Spirit Breaker's other ability. So I can force an undead creature to make a wisdom saving throw against my spell save DC.
Okay.
Which is... Where do I see that? Why am I blanking?
This is an excellent question. What is your spell save, and where do we find it? It's on the spell.
Oh, it's on the spells. 16.
Okay. DC 16 Wisdom.
Yeah.
It rolled a 10.
Okay, so on a failure, they are frightened until the end of their next turn, and if they are a creature possessing another individual, the spirit is ejected from the body immediately.
Okay. So, as you bring the hammer not around for the second, but as your hammer makes purchase, I should say, during your attack as your bonus action, you activate this ability. You feel a pulse radiate out from the base of the hammer where your hands are up into the actual the stonework, the raven stonework itself, and it bashes into the cold light walker. You don't. There are no spirits necessarily to be ejected from the body, as they're technically already a spirit of some sort. But you do feel the frightening effect kick in, and the cold light walker, almost as if at this moment, like begins to turn around to move away from you
Into the darkness.
It is entirely possible that it'll run back into your globule.
Alright. Then, end of my turn, I'm going to give myself temporary HP.
Okay.
Fine. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Cold Light Walker down, hanging out. Is prone. He's going to spend half its movement to get up. It's going to move its remaining movement. And it's going to target Chief Farouk. Two of its cold beams. Which will hit. .25, it's going to fire one more. Oof! Nat 20. An extremely powerful blast of cold energy. The first one seems to be normal as everyone watches it blast through the blast at Chief Taruk, who takes the damage feeling very confident. But a more powerful beam of energy this time comes erupts from the Cold Light Walker's visage and blasts Chief Taruk, leaving several fragments of ice stuck on his body. But he is still standing, but he took 50 damage.
Hi, Chihuahua.
He's not great. He's definitely feeling the hurt right now, but he's fighting through. He's an angry boy.
Yeah, we'll see how much longer he'll be the chief.
As that'll bring it to end of his Cold Light Walker's turn. Another one's gonna make its way towards the party. Dash it. That'll bring us to Irini's turn. Irini is no longer blind. Thankfully. She can see. Okay. Seeing the party in combat, once again, for a moment missing her friends, Irini is going to do something. What are her spells again? But hers don't have to be prepared. They are not technically persons. She's gonna fire with her short bow at the one that is by Atros. However, it is going to miss. She does not have multi-attack. So she's going to end her turn, still within the globule of darkness. Or dim light. Gotta specify, there's two of them on the field now. Victoon, you're up.
Okay. He got something real quick. Yeah. Victor's really regretting his decision to leave every other one of his weapons on the ship.
That's fair.
Don't you have like claws or something? You can just maul him?
Yeah, I do, but they're not great.
What's your boon? You do that with your claws?
That's a great question.
Natural weapon? Still weapon?
What do you say, Dakota? Is that something I could do?
Let's see.
It doesn't look like it says anything.
It does not specify that it has to be a specific type of weapon. You could apply it to your claws.
Sweet. Okay. Oh, well, first of all, I should probably, wait, there we go. Yeah. I'll give it a shot.
Okay. That is going to
Inspiration.
miss, unfortunately. But
Yeah,
yeah,
can I
you do
add
have
that?
You do have inspiration. I believe it's still a D. I think it's a D6 right now. Let me check. Well, you guys are. Oh wait, it might be a D8 now because you guys are level 6. Let's see.
Yeah, it's totally
It
a
is
D8.
a D8.
Sweet. Just some more chances.
7 plus
Boy, that's
9.
fun for a while.
7 plus 9 will be 16. That will hit.
Sweet. Then I guess I will. Um, do I have any sort of idea how this thing is looking?
You feel that it will not take very much to bring it down.
And I'll probably use.
With overkill. With overkill.
I want to, but I'm afraid. I'll go with 2 hit dice to use it.
Okay. So your damage to your attack, honestly, you can add. It would be. So for your damage.
2d,
Yeah.
2d8 plus the 1d4 plus my strength.
Yes. So r/2d8 plus 1d4 plus your strength.
So add 2d8 to this.
Alright, for 10 damage. What were the rolls? Of course, 2 of them were 1s, but still, that is enough to bring that
Sweet.
Cold Light Walker down. It is deader than a bee as you, with your thunderous damage engulfing your claw, you swipe. I would imagine Big Two would either do some form of downward swipe or maybe like an uppercut type thing with his claws fully out and ready to go. And as you do so, you rip the cloth-like armor that it has off of its form, and you watch as the light from within it dissipates and the shredded armor falls to the ground. It is dead.
Coolio. Then I'm gonna walk over here and pick back up my sword.
Absolutely. The one that was down below that I deleted was already dead. I'm just removing them because they have light sources that they don't necessarily have anymore because they're no longer alive. But yes, pick up your blade.
That was. Yeah, I don't think I quite have enough to reach. No. Oh well, hang on. I would have. What is it? 25 left, right? Yeah, not quite enough to reach that second guy because. Oh wait, it does have a reach of 15 feet. I thought it was only 10 feet.
Nope, that's 15.
Okay, so if that was 10 to get over there, and 25, that's still, no, that doesn't reach. Doesn't. Hmm.
Now you'd be
Yeah,
5 feet
no.
short.
Okay, well, then I'll just move the rest of my distance back closer to the party here.
Okay, I forgot you have 35 feet of movement. That's awesome.
Yeah. And that'll do it.
Alright, Druid Boy is going to turn and face the Cold Light Walker that is fighting with Athros, and he's going to conjure a ball of flame and fire it at. It will miss. However, he will end spend his concentration on the Entangle spell. Alright, and he'll move a little bit closer inside the dome, as he likes to here, and he will end his turn. Valine gets to go now. Valine is also going to target the one that's closest to her, prioritizing her own safety. And from her wand that she carries, she's going to use a. She's going to conjure some arcane energy, whisper an incantation, and use magic missile. At second level. This will be 4 darts, which means it'll do a decent chunk of damage. And she has a bonus action. Wow, she does not have any bonus action spells. Okay, that'll be her turn. She's gonna hang out, not moving. Doesn't really feel like she needs to. And that'll be bringing us to Miris.
Okay. I think I'll move closer to the walker that's located, I guess, what, southeast of me?
Okay. Since the other Cold Light Walker is dead, the one that was by Big Tune, you can move your Hex if you would like to.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. I'll move my hex to the yep, right there. And then I will just do the same thing as last round and just attack it with my crossbow.
Okay. Absolutely. My 12 is gonna miss, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I can really do, so.
Okay. That'll bring us to Cold Light Walker making its way closer. Reaching to about there. It's going to make a singular attack against you, Meredith. That'll be a 14 to hit. What is your armor class, Varys? Should be on your attributes page, or actually might be on any page. It's like right below your character icon, I think.
14.
Okay, meat does beat, so it is going to do a total of 25 cold damage.
Ooh.
It blasts you with a beam of cold energy, making its way closer towards you. But that is all that it can do. Which will bring us to the end of round 2. As we get to the end of round 2, I would like... It'll be our 3 closest people. So it'd be Miris, Big Tune, and... by distance-wise, I would say Ebrin. Make perception checks for him. Okay. Big Tune and Ebrin. Miris, while you're focused on the cold light walker that just blasted you with energy, you have to, like, you know, maybe dig some cold, like, snow or ice particles out from by your eyes. Big Tune and Ebrin, what you see is continuing to come from around the area. You see... Well, where the fuck are they? More cold light walkers appearing from the reaches around the party.
Good lord.
Alright. Nice. But that brings us back to even.
That does. Aethros, how are you doing on HP there with that dude next to you?
Oh, I'm completely fine. Don't worry about me. I've only taken that 3 actual hit points worth of damage with all the temp HP I got.
Yeah, you rolled a max one for me, so that's why I didn't need it earlier. What can I do with a free action?
Yell at people.
Yeah.
You can drop weapons for free. But otherwise, it's really not much. Because otherwise, if you're trying to, like, open a door or something, like, that's all interaction type stuff. Switching weapons is an interaction. But free actions don't really have a lot of usage. It's more so conveying messages, and if you need to quickly swap weapons, you can drop a weapon and draw a new one if needed.
So the long sword I have, I couldn't toss that to Big Tune for a free action.
Why are you tossing me a longsword?
Because don't you not have a sword right now?
No, I went and picked mine up.
Oh, okay, never mind. Alright, well, that answers my answer. Answers my question. I'm gonna target this dude down here.
Checks out.
Actually, I'm gonna target the dude by Ben.
You don't have to worry about him.
Right, but I don't get sneak attack if I attack anybody else.
Unless you were to use
someone
Focus Stain or something.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anybody else? Fine, I'll attack the dude over there.
You can attack whoever you would like. A 20 will hit.
Plus 2.
Alright, for 8 psychic damage, you fire off an arrow. This one, not making purchase somewhere very specific, like, you know, when you target things when someone's within 5 feet, but it still does a decent amount of damage, as the Cold Light Walkers are continuing to run towards the party.
It's a lot lighter when there's nobody around, huh? Well, I will sharpshooter this one. Give that a go. That's
12
gonna
will miss.
That's all I can do. On my turn.
Alright, you fire off your 2 arrows and begin preparing for your next round of attacks. As that brings us to the Cold Light Walker. Which reminds me, I did not add these guys to the initiative order. Otherwise, I will forget they exist. That's better. Okay. This guy's going to continue dashing towards the party. in range. That brings us to Druid Mr. Supreme. Gonna run over to the side by Victoon. Gonna run a little bit farther so you can hit it with an attack. Don't want to target myself.
Okay.
I will hit for some damage. That'll be its turn. Brings us to another Cold Light Walker who's gonna dash.
While you're doing that, you want to roll a d8 for me?
Oh shoot, yeah, I forgot about that. I forget every freaking time.
Just like Romeo. I don't want. I am only looking.
Okay, this one was actually decent.
You're just. I was bigger, and you're
Two
just.
hit dice left.
So,
Awesome.
what's your name?
He just dashed.
You're not.
Pressed
your
another
name?
one.
You know, I thought that we. What type of music do you see? I think. Well, I did.
Its turn.
That's your biggest step. I let it go.
How far away are they?
It's what men do.
Too far. He is going to. I think he's going to. Gonna move back into the dome. Since it seems to be a pleasant experience for everybody else. And he's going to hurl some rocks at the one down there. Oh wait, no, they just make a dex save.
Really? Because I think
They will fail. They take 60 feet, so they take full damage and they're prone. And you're gonna make one more attack.
why don't you tell your 14-year-old that we're clear for this thing? Wow.
I just gotta make sure. I can't remember if prone gives advantage on attack rolls. Oh wait, nope. It has only if you're within 5 feet. Otherwise, it has disadvantage.
Again,
The more I know.
maybe we should just look
All right, that'll bring it to second attack.
at this. Oh, you don't say that.
But it's a deck save, so actually it doesn't matter. It will succeed on that one, so it misses.
So I
That'll be the end of Chief Taruk's turn. The frightened Cold Light Walker from Athros is going to run its speed away from him.
I just
Do I get an attack of opportunity as he
Yes.
leaves? Like
Yes,
that,
you
right?
magical. To give me my dream. Oh my God, that's
That is gonna hit.
I'm very happy.
And then is this gonna actually give me the correct damage amount?
Oh,
For 7 more damage.
no, this is not.
Disappearing into your globule of darkness once again.
Really?
Frightened gives disadvantage on attacks against you, but it can't see anything, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That'll be the end of the turn. It's your boy, Athers.
You know, it's other
Okay.
beds.
I
Here. Oh, no.
am going to use guiding bolt on this guy.
Okay, I need not to like. Truth is, I'm risking.
That is not gonna make.
That's not a good
purchase.
roll.
Because things don't work.
So that's my action. Bonus action.
Do you still have the advantage from your last silvery barbs?
Nope. I used that to get the crit on the guy that's in the darkness right now.
Mhm.
So, yeah, no, it is what it is.
No. You're doing it sucks.
Yeah, I'm not going to use anything for my bonus action. I'm just going to stay where I am. And, yeah.
Checks out.
Mhm.
All right. That'll bring us to the Cold Light Walker, who's been attacked by a couple other people. Closest one to everyone right now, besides the Ghoul guy. He is going to move closer to Mira, and he's going to fire off more beams of light at Mira's. Beams of cold light, I should say, since it does cold damage. His first attack will miss. Mira's able to dodge out of the way of the first one as it rizzes right past you, but it fires off one more. How? Okay. Well, you're able to dodge the second one too, as it
Oh wow.
once again misses. You would, but as it misses its second attack, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw,
Okay.
since you're within 20 feet. I just want to make sure, because they separated ability checks and saving throws now. Didn't matter. No. it
Oh.
didn't.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes you have extra, like for saving throws, you have 2 of them that you're proficient in usually, and it didn't matter for you this time. So a 20 will succeed. You are not blinded for a turn. And that will be its turn, unfortunately. Brings us to another Cold Light Walker making its run up. Making its way downtown. Yeah, everybody's too far away. That'll be its turn. Brings us to Irini, who is going sorry, I'm just wanting to make sure that if she has something that she can use, that would be great. I know she has extra things for being a glamour bard, but they're not going to be applicable here. So, she's going to fire off another shot, and she'll give someone inspiration. When you guys level up, I'm giving her some freaking combat magic, goddamn.
Yeah. Last I looked at her spell list, it looks like it's changed quite a bit.
It's really, really defensive based, or like, you know, stuff that would be great
Yeah.
for hindering things, but like not fully applicable in this particular combat.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very
a lot of, like,
support
command
heavy.
stuff like that.
Short bow, makes an attack. Does not make purchase, but that's okay, because she's gonna play a little ditty and give inspiration. Let's do Miras. You are inspired. Just because you're the one who looks like you're in the worst shape right now. And that'll bring us to Big Tune, the boy.
Okay. As far as flanking goes,
Yep.
is that, would that be applicable if I'm on, like, I mean, he's focused on Miras, right? This guy down here. Oops.
Has to be within 5 feet.
Okay, that's what I was just making sure. Okay, and
I
it
get
really
you.
doesn't matter. So I, being the tanky boy I am, will cut him off at the pass.
Okay. Stepping in front to defend Miras from another cold attack.
Hit him with my sword that I regained. I want to cry if this doesn't hit.
That will hit.
Good luck. The rolls not be with me today.
Alright, for... Ooh, that was a good chunk of damage. For...
Yeah.
12 damage. As you bring the sword in, it's in its base state where it's in the shape of an actual, like, bone-lidden blade. You cut across it, opening up some of the armor, revealing more of the light from within its form. Go ahead and make your next attack, I assume you're going to make.
Yes. Before I do that, have I noticed any of the cold damage, like getting bounced off or going around or being absorbed?
You can. It's not so much being absorbed, so much as when the blade strikes and the cold damage tries to take hold, it seems to shrug it off.
Okay. And then also it does have to make that saving throw.
Yes.
But we can do that after this next attack, hopefully, where you can do two of them.
You reroll. You can reroll your attack to see if you crit because it's prone right now. So you have
Oh. Okay.
E. It did not stand up last time.
I mean, yeah, I should have known, but
Okay, it was worth a try. I just forgot that it was prone,
Yeah.
so I wanted to give you that. It still has
Okay.
to make the save though. It's a con save, right?
yep, DC 12 con save.
It will succeed.
Okay, I'm gonna attack him again now. Good lord, what is these rolls today?
It will hit.
Just squeaking by. Okay.
Alright, for another 10. And
Okay.
con save. It will succeed on its saving throw against your effect.
Okay. Just look at some things here real quick. What? Am I silly or do I not see my action surge on here? A different tab?
Huh.
I don't even know if I have it or not currently.
Should be under your features. Apparently, it did not move over there. Let me just drop it on there quick, because it should be, but it's not.
Right. I don't think I used it.
There you go.
Oh, you know what? No, I will.
Imbued with strength.
Lang two more times.
Will hit.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Alright, another
That was a big deal, but we'll take it. And one more time for. Oh, whoops! Hang on. Clicked the wrong one.
It's okay.
One more time. Didn't matter.
I mean, it did.
Oh wait, no, they were.
It did matter.
Okay,
So,
no,
that's good.
I know. I thought it was the same number twice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a 6 and a 9, so that makes sense.
Yep. Okay, cool. And I guess 2 more saves for you.
Yes. Let's see. Save number 1. It will succeed. Save number 2. What was the DC again?
12.
It will succeed. It rolled a 13 on the last one.
Boy, either these guys got good modifiers or it's just good rolls.
They seem pretty durable.
I figured. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for me then.
Brings us to the druid in the druid in the sphere. Sounds like a child's book title. It's going to. What's the range on? Attack that. I always forget. Whose flame is a range of 30 feet. It's feeling a little more confident now that there are other people out. They are going to move there and attempt to pull that walker that you're targeting. It does seem like it is getting down there as far as its durability is concerned. Its form is having a hard time keeping keeping itself stable. So, seizing that moment, it's going to try and make a couple attacks. Well, actually, a attack. We don't have to attack. It is going to miss. So the druid did not do what they were hoping they could do. But that's okay. Because it's Vayleen's turn now. Valeen will walk up to Chief Taruk. And she's going to... She doesn't have that many actual attacking spells. At least prepared. She'll hit with another round of magic missile. Another second level spell slot. 4. Not a lot of damage. That's the second time she's rolled 1s for the damage die. Brings it to... It's down there, but it's not doing the greatest. Alright. One of the other walkers that's been making its... that's been appearing under the ground. It's going to move towards the party. That's its turn. Another one, same thing. Another one, same thing. And that brings us to Mirrors.
Okay. Probably going to move as far as I can from the walkers, and I'll probably just start healing up.
Okay, that's fair.
And then how many healing potions can I use in a turn?
So, technically, you can use up to 2. If you use one as an action, it heals you fully for the full amount of the healing. So it'd be, what is it? 2d4 plus, is it 2d4 plus something? Plus
4 plus 2, I believe.
yeah, so it'd heal you for the full 10, and then as a bonus action, you could drink another one, but this one you'd actually have to roll to see how much healing you get.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and use 2 healing potions right away.
Okay. Get yourself some of that good heal juice. Right, so if you use 2, then you'd be healing for 17 health.
All right.
Okay. That'll bring us to the Combat Walker that is pretty close. It will. Yeah, it's gonna move closer. And it's going to target Big Tune. Because it loves you so much.
Oh yeah.
And it shows its affection through beams of cold energy. First one's gonna miss.
Think you know what that means?
Are you within range of an attack for it?
Oh wait, which one is it?
It's the it's the one.
Oh, this
lower.
guy? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He moved closer and
Then-
made 2 beam attacks against you. However, neither of them
Yeah.
made purchase. So
Not quite close enough.
no.
It would be funny if I could just be like, "Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so angry that you attacked me."
However, Big Tune, make a Constitution saving throw.
No, I'm supposed to be good at this.
You need like a sword with like a rope on it. That way you can throw it and then yank it back.
Hey,
All right, you succeed on the con save. You are not blinded. And the last guy. Moves up, and that is the round. The final round.
Roll
of
a
survival.
d8.
You have to, yes. It did not help you that much this time. You either get really good or you get really bad. You don't have any middle ground with those rolls.
I do not, apparently.
And your last hit die is a D10, just an FYI. Because you had a level of fighter. So, now you know. It's your turn.
I think it still goes off of what the
It's-
thing is, not what the die is.
Oh, wait. I forgot. It has a certain amount of healing. I mean,
Correct.
no.
And it's maxed at a T8, it looks like.
Yes, never mind. Never mind, you're good.
What can I say except you're welcome. Now that there's people within range, I'm gonna start attacking. We're gonna help out Big Tune, hit the guy in front of him. I will sharpshooter because I'm gonna get that sweet advantage. Yikes.
Oops, so sorry. 14 will hit.
3d6 plus 10 plus 2.
You'll love to see it. For 36 damage. Alright, as you fire your arrow, the arrow makes purchase right in front of Big Tune in the center of the armor, where he's already kind of been slashing, and you hear this eerie screech kind of come out from the Cold Walker itself as the light is extinguished, and the cloth armor that had been worn falls to the ground. It is dead.
Nice. I will change targets then and go for that one. Attack. Oh no.
It's a really cool needle you just thread with that.
Yeah, that 27's gonna hit.
Versatile. +2 critical hit.
So it'll actually be 4 plus 2 plus 6. So you get 12 damage instead of 10 because I don't have the crit macro reset up for the new foundry. But it's okay.
Great.
Still a decent chunk.
Every little bit helps.
Yes, it does.
That's all I can do, so I will end my turn.
All right.
Yeah, I really like the needle that you thread to get it between me and the other druid there.
Right there.
No, well, yes, but I mean, yeah, for that one.
It works.
Just out of
No, I'm
Just
not
good to see
saying
a
that.
nice purple
That's what
beam
I'm
coming
saying.
near you.
That's what I'm saying. It was perfect. It was just like I was right past both of us.
All right. Cold White Walker dashes. No one's within range, so it can't attack. The druid is gonna move down. Hit it with a produce flame. Which will hit. Yay! Takes fire damage. That'll be the druid's turn. Ah, yes, the horde. Making his way up top. Another. That's okay. The other guy's still within range, just because I can't always target Big Two.
Big Tim secretly enjoys it.
Cold White Walker is going to make a ray attack against the druid. Which will miss. He's going to make another one. Which will hit for 25 damage. Big Two, you turn to see the druid approaching. You see it fire its fiery ball of flame at the Cold White Walker that's probably closest to you guys, and then just get buffed by a blast of cold energy, like knocking him, knocking the wind right out of him as he has like shards of ice and stuff sticking out from his exposed arms and legs. You see like blood begin to trickle down from those wounds, but he's still standing with 2 HP. That was a big woof. It's the chief's turn. And he is going to target the Cold White Walker that is right down there. He's going to move a little bit farther back to maximize his swing. There we go. He's going to make some attack. No, not yet. Succeeds on the first dex save. He's going to make a second attack. Crit fail. Double damage. Normal is 18. It'll do 36 instead.
To himself?
No, to the Cold White Walker that is down by Big Tune.
Jesus.
He's throwing icy, enormous rocks with his singular arm that he has. The frightened Cold White Walker, I believe, it was until the end of its last turn, so it's not frightened anymore, right? With Spirit Breaker?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. The
No
now
longer frightened.
The now unfrightened boy is going to step out from the darkness
he gonna know which direction to go in the darkness?
Back the direction the way you came.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It's going to
Going back for second. I see.
apparently make 2 attacks against you. .24 to hit.
Very barbed.
I re-roll.
Giving myself advantage.
That will miss. But it's okay. He has another attack. Waiting in the wings as he brings his other arm around. And is not able to make purchase against the shield that you carry.
Mm-hmm. The turtle shield
is insane. But
yeah,
that's good. Alright, well that's freaking his turn. He can move like there.
How about you run back into the shadow?
No, I don't want it. But it's okay, it's your turn, Athros.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit him with Spirit Breaker again. And I got advantage.
.20's gonna hit.
Yeah. Oh, bad rolls though.
Oof, yeah. For 8 damage. Alright, anything else?
Trying to see if I have anything as a bonus action to hopefully finish him off. No, I don't think I can do anything. I just push him into the shadow. The darkness. Try and give him a little shove.
So I mean, screw it. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Yeah, get out of here.
It'll be constituted by his own. I would say you could push him 5 feet back into the darkness.
Okay, I do that.
He is in the globule once again.
And yeah, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay. Goldlight Walker making its way uptown. Oh yeah. It's gonna make an attack against you, Big Toon, since you are within its range.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Only one though. Doesn't matter, roll the 3. Pachoo Pachoo, it misses you. Alright. The Greenie's gonna move up next to Valine and pop off an arrow at the Cold Light Walker that is the closest to everybody. Hit. For 6 damage. That'll be her turn this time, which will bring us to Big Two. Victor,
Sorry, what happened? Oh,
it's your turn.
okay. I was just looking at something real quick. Okay, I'm gonna slide up to my buddy here. Whoops, wanted to go to that one. And I'll quick do some slashing. Tune's still getting used to the fact that his sword could reach further. He just doesn't care enough. Oh, did I target this guy? I don't think I officially did. No, I will. Okay. That hits, right?
15 will hit.
Okay. Do it again. Fortunate.
Wait, what? Oh. You applied the damage to me instead. That's not
Owie. I think that's gonna
11 will
Do it.
not hit.
yeah. I think that's about all I can do for now.
Okay. As it brings us to the end of our combat, almost. Almost, I say. There's a lot of cold that walkers moving in. Druid's gonna move up. To right there. And arrow shot. That will hit. Yay. That walker is still hanging out. That'll be the druid's turn. They lean. Since you can't see the one that is in the darkness. Just gonna float sideways. Just gonna move a little closer. And once again use magic missile. This time at 3rd level. That's better. And that is just enough. As the 5 searing darts of magical energy rain down and just into the form of this cold light walker. The light that you see, Big Tune, in front of you that's been, randomly attacking you or Miris and fighting back against you dissipates out of its form, and once again the cloth armor falls to the ground. It is dead.
And Big Tune just feels like an absolute like a herald of death right now. Every time I attack something,
It's gonna be one of those rumors. Did you know that every time someone gets hit by Big Tune's sword, they die at some point? Just like every time every person's ever drank water.
That's right. Like suddenly I'm the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Right.
If only we had a bard in the group that was gonna tell tales to everyone of Big Tune.
Oh. Oh, that's a great idea.
Uh-huh. He's definitely not gonna have an ego issue.
No, not at all.
Cold Light Walker moves up. Cold Light Walker moves up. Cold Light Walker moves up, and I don't think you're anywhere near close. Just out of reach. Miris, your turn.
Okay. Can I just choose not to really do anything? Because isn't this over after 4 rounds?
You can choose to you can choose to stand by. That's fine. If you don't,
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah, because
The
there's.
darkness. Get temp HP.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, there you go. That's a move.
Join me in the dark side.
Okay. I guess that's
That took a
my
lot of
turn.
convincing.
Okay. The final Cold Light Walker would move up closer as this horde of enemies gets closer to y'all. We reach the end of this combat encounter. As I gotta change my music for the recording.
With every single thing on there is forehead.
Okay. So, as the Cold Light Walkers continue to encroach on the entrance to the cave, running in like the massive horde they are, as you see those that are encroaching within getting within attack distance of you now, and the large string of lights that you see coming from the forest yet, more and more appearing as Oral's visage of clouds still continues to rain down that energy, making its way above where the cave is itself. All of you, in the backs of your minds, would hear the cackling laugh of what sounds to be a young child. And you watch as you would feel for a moment the ground rumble. You would look off into the distance, it being early morning. It's like 6 a.m. right now. And on the eastern horizon, where the sun rises, you would watch as the sun, the clouds part where the horizon line is, revealing the red sun that you occasionally would see on a clear morning. The red light from the sun takes hold on the clouds, reaching all the way over here, enveloping the sky with this beautiful red light. The cackling laugh continues. Aethros, you feel a shiver run down your spine. This voice sounds familiar. And as this thought enters the back of your head, the suspicion of who it might be, your suspicion is all but confirmed. As the sun that you see on the eastern horizon, this beautiful, beautiful orb of fiery light, is engulfed from the center outwards in a black eclipse, leaving nothing more than a red ring along the outside. When the eclipse takes full effect, the sky goes from this beautiful red to a sinister black. The visage of Oral's face, you hear a shriek come from that form, a piercing shriek that I would say for everybody would give you shivers before it dissipates, parting in half. You hear the child speak. It is not your time yet. Disappear. As the cloud containing her face returns to that of its normal structure before, as if it never appeared. The sky is coated in these red outlined eyes, black and red eyes that light up the sky as a whole. The Cold Light Walkers that are on the ground still running towards the party, but you watch as beneath each one of them you see a gaping maw seem to almost appear out of its shadow. Teeth and all, grab the Cold Light Walkers and pull them into the ground. The laughing resumes. You hear the sound of what seems to be a cannon that is fired, taking out one of the Cold Light Walkers that was probably closest to the party before the maw could grab hold of it. As from within the cave, you hear movement. It sounds as if it's wood scraping on stone, before eventually disappearing as Shiraha, the living airship, rises out from within the cave next to the party. You see Matra on deck. Everybody get on! As the ship comes to a halt near you, and a ladder that's hanging on the deck, she throws down for the party to climb up.
Grabbing that ladder and jumping up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll follow.
Everybody's aboard in the airship?
Yep.
Okay. One by one, the party each takes time to climb the ladder, giving enough space for everyone to climb aboard. You all stand now on the top deck. Vaylene being the last person to join, as Chief Taruk would be the person ahead of her along with the druids. Matra looks to the party and for a moment kind of looks away and then looks back. Ship, you can tell ship's running, ship's good to go. I don't know who it was, but there's well, we have another passenger. Ohno's in the captain's quarters. Once everybody boards the ship, you would feel it begin to move again. It starts off kind of slow, but then picks up speed rather quickly. This vessel moves pretty quick. As you would hear a different voice this time in the back of your head, that of Ohno. Everyone, if you could join me in the captain's quarters, that would be, well, we need to talk. And that'd be all he'd say as the vessel begins to move, all of you on the top deck.
Man, this is kind of violating. Is this what it always feels like when I do this to you guys?
Yeah, it's terrifying. And I never consented to it in the first place.
But I mean, like, at least when I do it, you see
No,
it,
no,
you talk
no.
about it beforehand. It's just not like, hey, I think we need to meet in the room. What?
It's the
Okay.
same, but maybe worse when you do it.
Interesting. Okay. I guess we will all go where Ohno is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Party makes their way down from the top deck and enters the workshop area of the ship, making their way into the captain's quarters. As you open the door, who wants to be the person to officially do so?
I'll do it.
Okay. Big
Before he
two.
opens, can I, like, briefly grab his hand and pause and be like, same word is still hippopotamus, right?
No, it's the new code word. Didn't you read the memo?
No.
Oh.
I didn't know you could write. When did that happen?
Well, that might be the issue. You might not be able to read it because it's not legible.
Let's just stick
I
with
don't
like
know.
hippopotamus then.
I can read it.
Yeah. Onomatopoeia.
As Big Tune, you continue to push open the door, you would see sitting. Actually, no, he'd be standing in the room because the helm can allow him to move out and about. You would see Ohno wearing the helm in the captain's quarters here. You would see a large container and the pulsing of the beating heart from the Red Dragon behind the captain's chair, sending out this energy through a various assortment of vines throughout the ship. And sitting on the captain's desk, you would see a small child, no more than maybe 8 or 9 years old, wearing a a brown parka, kind of dangling its feet. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining me here. I'm glad we got out of there.
That
Yeah.
is this your kid?
Ohno would give you a stare of concern, Atheros. I want you to make an insight check.
Actually, something I'm good at.
As Ohno gives you this stare, he really doesn't need to convey any words. Yeah,
You're right. It is your kid.
sure. No, it's not my kid. Atheros, you would recognize this as the child of the Red Sun,
Yep.
and everybody else would see what looks to be a 8 to 9-year-old kid wearing a parka, looking very eerily happy. Hey, you guys haven't been officially introduced. This is you remember that amulet that we found when we were in Sunblight Fortress that kind of took us to Brinchander, and me and Atheros kind of disappeared and came back, and well, this is them, and this child looks at each of you. Hello, friends. We kind of, well, and you would just like, Ohno can't really put words together. He doesn't really want to, but the child of the Red Sun looks to him. Oh, please do tell them what happened. They need to know. You need to tell them, Ohno. And Ohno would look at the party. We negotiated some changes to the contract.
What kind of change?
Well, it wasn't anything that will make us concerned right now, but might be something we have to worry about a little bit later. There were 2 changes to the contract that had to be made, and then, well, okay. So the first change is that while the child of the Red Sun can't directly impede our journey, he can. I don't know. What are you? And the child of the Red Sun, in just a serious tone, would be like, "It's not important." Okay. Well, it can now directly impact other people, so long as it doesn't cause a direct conflict with our trip. The second change is that well, if the world comes to an end, the child of the Red Sun is no longer restricted and can flee, so should they so choose. And we're also taking them with us to the ziggurat. And he like looks down immediately after that, like he's kind of ashamed of the fact that that happened.
Why did you make these changes?
Well, the horde was getting bigger, and I didn't have enough time, and I couldn't get the conduit to work, and they offered me a solution to help us get out of this predicament that we would have been in. He seized a weakness and opportunity and used it to its favor. And the child gets this really like ear to ear, like eerie grin upon its face. But it can't directly impede us, and like Ohno would like look to the child. Otherwise it goes back in the medallion. And it like shakes its head. That wasn't my intention. I merely wanted...
Define directly impede us. That's what I'm worried about. It can still indirectly impede us.
I could not hurt you if I tried.
So You can't impede us in any sort of way, correct? So, like, if I wanted to sit on the desk, you'd have to move.
Want to do an insight check on that child?
Okay. 21. The face that the appearance of the child of the red sun that they're taking, as they look to everybody in the party, as Ebrin, as you ask that question, if I want to sit on the desk, I'm gonna sit on the desk. It has no direct conflict on whether or not you make it to your destination. However,
I mean,
should I have the desire or want to stop you from, let's say, facing Hedrun, I would have to find backdoor ways to make that happen. I couldn't just hold you in place. I could not restrain you. I could not affect you with a charm. I could not... What I can do as the being that I am, I cannot do directly to you. Your party, and it waves its hand in the air in almost like a crucifix type manner. Your party is unable to be touched by the magic that I have. Per the agreement, despite my attempts to try and make it so, Ohno is very persuasive, and would rather you all have fallen in combat versus me get my way completely, so I'll settle for indirect impedance. But I would like to reassure you, as he looks to Aethros, as you're giving him this stern look up and down, trying to see the truth in what he's saying, I don't want to impede you. And as you look at him, this figure, the face that it takes, this childlike face, gives you every indication that it's being honest. If this truly is the timeline of the instrumentalist, I want to see this through. So please, continue. But you'll have me as a
I trust you,
passenger.
but I don't like you. Just want that known.
If it makes you feel better, I don't like any of you either.
I feel insulted now.
yeah, well, fuck you. I just got here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go eat. I walk out the door.
Enjoy your meal, Ebrin Eldarius Eroth.
Just gonna
Ooh, you
Yeah,
know
just
his
gonna give
name.
the-
Good for you.
give the bird as I open the door and leave. I was gonna be friendly this time. I didn't try to stab anybody, but no. Slam.
As he slams the door out, the child of the red sun will look to the rest of the party. If there's any consolation, beyond that consolation, I don't like anybody. You're all
Well, I'm sure nobody likes
short-lived
you.
beings in comparison to myself. I've been here far longer than any of the gods that currently walk this realm. I've seen it all before. I've seen empires rise and fall. All of you are just ants on the walkway, waiting for someone to step on you. But that's not going to be
Do
me.
Do I hear this internally? Like, is he still talking to us mentally as well?
Oh no, he's talking out loud, but if you didn't walk away from the door, you'd probably hear it through the door. He's not talking quiet.
Nah, never mind.
It's a pleasure to make all of your acquaintance. For now. If this truly is to pass, I would like to see you as you bring down Hedrun the Ice Witch. Should you bring down Hedrun the Ice Witch, that is merely one possibility over the course of time. Yeah, as Ohno chimes in, we're gonna take down Hedrun. That's not even a question. You're so pessimistic.
So what all did we actually get in return? Just that you're gonna make this flying ship not fly?
What
Is
you
that what
got?
I'm hearing?
What we got in return? Ohno would just say. The Child of the Red Sun would turn its head to face Ohno. We got out of this horde of creatures, and the Child of the Red Sun used some of its, well, I don't even know what kind of magic you have. He just flicks his hands in like in a condescending way almost. I don't even know what kind of magic you have. I still don't understand, but it had the answer to getting the heartbeat to link to the ship, so now the ship can move. I tried everything within my grasp. I would have needed easily more time than I thought to try and figure it out, and we were, well, based off of what everybody said, we were kind of on a time crunch, so I negotiated what I could, and I don't think it's the worst deal. I mean, I refuse to let him do anything to directly hurt us, but I really didn't see a lot of options, and well, it got us out of where we needed to be at a cost, but
it just died. Aethor's not happy about this decision at all. He's mad at Ohno.
We could talk about this when we're not.
Better out of you.
I know. He looks down at the ground, wearing the helm, the ship moving. You don't know where, because you're all underneath. You don't know which direction the ship is fully moving. But there's a bump in the snow as you feel the ripple. As he looks down at the ground. I know you did. I'm sorry, Aethros. But hey, we're moving.
Yeah, we're just gonna. Yeah.
Do you want a bauble? And he pulls out a toy from his pouch. Would that help?
I don't even look at it. I don't acknowledge its existence at all. I'm not a child anymore. And then I look at the child on the desk and walk out.
And he just waves goodbye, tilts its head with a cheeky grin on its face as you walk out the door. So, Big Toon's Strong Shield. Last of your name, one of the mighty Leonins. How you doing?
I'm doing the do thing, stuff and things.
Carrying on the Strong Shield name proudly, I presume.
Yeah, I'm doing what I can to do the do.
And indeed you do. You see the kid kind of kick itself off of the desk and stand up. I'm gonna go watch where the ship's going. Topside. Should anybody like to continue conversation, you can find me there. Otherwise, it was a pleasure to meet all of you.
So if I want to talk to anybody else, I have to go talk to you first?
No.
You said if I wanted to continue conversation. You didn't specify with you.
The Child of the Red Sun just it looks at you, looks at the door, looks at Ohno, who refuses to make eye contact, looks over at Mirs. I understand now. Doesn't even respond with an answer, and just walks out the door.
I look around, make sure he's out of your sight. Do we really have to talk to him?
I mean, you can. Are you saying do we need to talk to him to talk to other people? Because the answer is no, Kitty. You can go talk to anybody you want to. We're talking right now.
Oh, okay. I walk away silently.
Leaving just Miris and Ohno, and I would say Matra in the room. Valine did not join you in the captain's quarters. She went somewhere else within the cabin. Ohno would look to you, Miris. I'm sorry, guys. Truly. Like, not telepathically speaking, because he could do that if he wanted to. Just talking out loud to Miris.
This is Gia Johnson.
So I don't know if the rest of us like went down below deck.
Yeah, question is, where did you want to go? There's the storage bay down on the bottom story. There is the workshop and the cabins in the second story, and then there's the top deck where you can see where the ship's going.
I'm gonna get shit-faced drunk.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, there's gonna be a brawl.
I went to my room
Okay.
and I'm just eating my ration, laying in bed, reading one of my books.
Okay. As you lay in bed and read one of your books, scarfing on some dehydrated meats. Aethros, are you going somewhere specific to get toasty, or are you just finding a bottle from within the food stores?
I'm looking to see where the alcohol is stored, and I'm just gonna sit down right there and start chugging.
Make a perception check. You would be in the bottom story where there's like some old rationy type foods, but it takes you a hot minute to find anything that even resembles a barrel of liquor, because you're just so peeved about the situation. You as you look for the hold on. As you find the a barrel way in the back, buried behind several crates of foodstuffs that's nothing more than truly rancid, either rancid meats or at this point turned to dust. You find a barrel of some form of liquor. You can smell it once you open the top. You're not sure on the exact amount of years this has been fermenting, but it smells very potent.
I start chugging. You want me to make a Constitution check?
Absolutely, I do.
Why is it not letting me? Oh, I gotta select this one. Saving throw, but it could be, yeah.
You just like, I just envision, because this barrel is like, it's a regular sized barrel, I envision you just take your head and you just dunk and you just start slurping down.
Oh yeah.
And it is a very, very strong liquor. But for you, with all the stuff that you've been through and all of the like the anger that's built up inside you, you power through, depriving your body of a bit of oxygen as you do so.
That's fine.
I would say you drink probably, I'm gonna say 3 inches of the liquid out of the barrel, which is a large amount given that short span of time. And initially you don't feel anything, but it'll be within about 2 to 3 minutes, it's gonna hit you hard, and you know that, and you're staving off symptoms of being drunk for as long as possible with the sheer rage you have within you.
Okay, yeah, so as soon as I'm done drinking, I pick up the entire barrel and I go look for Ebrin. I want to offer him a drink. Like, you need this too? You want some of this?
I'm gonna say make an athletics check as you try to pick up the barrel. It has a lot of weight. You should be able to. So the DC's not crazy high. You have a good carrying capacity.
Yeah, per D&D rules, I think I can lift up like 480 pounds or something crazy.
You, after taking your drink, it takes you a little bit to get the barrel off the ground, as like whatever might be seeping out of the bottom kind of makes it stick in place, but you're able to rip that off, and you pick up the barrel, and you just start storming away to go and find Ebrin.
Yeah. Or whoever I see that's not Ohno, and offer them a drink.
I mean, yeah, I'll take a drink as I see him walking with the giant barrel. You want to go at the
Burst
same
in
time?
through the door.
Yeah.
Same
we can
time?
just both dunk our heads. I'll go again.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Let's do this.
All right. Athros, make another Constitution saving throw. You too, Ibram, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
And I'm gonna give myself guidance. I'm gonna pump myself up. I'm like, yeah, I fucking got this.
How do I do the difference when I hit con? It just says ability check.
They're separate now. So on the top, it's ability checks, and there's saving throws on the right-hand side of your attributes page.
I haven't had to make one of these yet.
You have not.
Why can't I see it? I'm being specialer than usual.
Like
Oh,
where
saving
all your
throws,
skills
duh.
are.
Yep,
That, yeah.
just
Right
stroke
there,
brain.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Athros, you have like adrenaline pumping, and your anger still pushes you. It pushes you, well, an absurd amount of like, I don't even know how to describe it. Your sheer mental willpower and your fortitude of your body. You still don't feel anything quite yet. Not enough time has passed for it to hit hard. Ebert, on the other hand, you know,
Fuck, I still had some acid in my mouth.
backwash, gross. As you dunk your head and you start slurping down, the two of you, as if you're bobbing for apples, but there's no apples here, just some form of wine. You drink, and it hits you immediately. In fact, you're not even like, you drink maybe a fifth of what Athros does from this barrel, and you have to pull out because you cannot handle like the taste of it in your mouth. You like cough for a little bit, sending some chunks of your ration out onto the floor, and you look at Athros, and as you do so, your head moves a bit too fast, and the room begins to spin.
I give you a pat on the back, pick up the barrel, and start looking for other. Looking for Mirek, looking for Big Tune, looking for Spit.
You're
And in the vertigo state, I'm gonna make my way to the bed and try to collapse on it.
I want you,
I was gonna say I'll roll for bed or floor.
as you're making your way back towards the bed, I want you to make an acrobatics check.
Fuck yeah.
Go back, whip into the bed.
Ooh, interesting.
As
thought you
you as you stumble, you move, you sway a little bit to the left and to the right, and you actually trip over your foot, but you have a natural sense of reflex. Being the person that you are in the training that you had, you're able to kind of shift your body weight in a way so that way, instead of falling face forward onto the ground in front of the bed, you shift yourself, seemingly second nature, even in this drunken state, to land onto the bed itself, and you just collapse. As Athros, you seek out to find Bictune and Miris. Where are the two of you hanging out? Together or apart?
I think I'm just chilling in my bunk where I dropped all my stuff.
Yeah, I think I'd probably be hanging out, like, I don't know, I'd probably be checking things out on like one of the upper levels.
Okay. I would say that Athros, as you step outside of Ebrin's room, Ebrin and I don't know who he's sharing it with because there's only 3 rooms plus the captain's quarters. I would say you would see Miris kind of looking things over in the workshop, since there's a lot of different tools that are available to everybody. And you would see the door straight ahead is open with Bictune kind of hanging out, looking at his gear of gear that he has. So you see either of them, whichever one you wanted to go find. As Bictune and Miris, you'd probably see Athros storm out of Ebrin's chamber with a barrel just like under his arm.
I look at both of them, and I'm just like, let's fucking drink.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm not happy with Ohno.
I'm just not happy. Full stop.
Here's to that. And I just like put the entire barrel in front of him. And then at this point, I think I might just be passing out because of all the alcohol that I've drank.
Yeah, you might
Alright,
not
I'm
feel
gonna
it,
give
but
it-
your body definitely will.
Yeah,
If you-
it just collapses.
I'm gonna give it the mightiest pull I can.
All right. Constitution check, please.
Constitution check.
Miris, are you joining too?
Sure, why not?
Constitution check. As Athros just sets this barrel down, he's like, "Let's drink," and then just like keels over onto the ground. Miris, this liquor, this wine that you guys are drinking, you can definitely tell that is very potent, but you're able to kind of pace yourself and get ingest it down. You've had wines that are similar in taste back in Xianu, but you haven't had one that was this strong. You can feel it. It's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you very imminently. Bictune, on the other hand, as you go full pull and just down as much as you can, you drink for like probably a solid 6-7 seconds, just inhaling and swallowing as much as you can. This barrel is, at this point, I'm gonna say about half empty with the amount of liquor people have ingested. It hits you the moment you pull your head out from the barrel, and you like look up and you see Miris. They're kind of still going, drinking a little bit more, a little bit slower pacing himself compared to the level of inhalation that you had. And as you look at him, you see your vision begin to almost immediately like sway back and forth, and you have to like stabilize yourself against the frame of the door as you see Athros on the ground. Your future movements might require extra checks as you're feeling it hard.
How do I tell if I'm like a ballsy drunk or a sad drunk this time?
That's well, I guess
Roll a d2. One
You could,
ballsy, two
yeah.
depressed.
you could flip
All
it.
right. All right, I'll do that. Oops. So 1 is ballsy, 2 is sad.
I want to see two. Two it is.
Okay, Bictune. How you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm distraught. I instead of doing what Nick wanted to do, I'm just going to attempt to walk over to my bed and pass out. I was really hoping I was going to get ballsy because I wanted to use my bracer to try to shoot myself at my bed.
As you stumble towards your bed, I would like you to make I'm going to say make an acrobatics check as well.
Alrighty.
Not bad. As you stumble your way to the bed, you feel like the drifts of the snow as the vessel is piercing through, moving at a rapid pace. Every time it hits a large bump, you feel it inside the cabin here. As you're getting close to your bed, you feel a rather large drift, and you like the vessel itself. You can feel yourself almost get airborne for like solid fraction of a second, and you just hear Ohno just say in the back of all your minds, brace yourself, and you use this moment to just like jump into your bed and just like grab on. Miris, on the other hand, as you watch Bictune do this, you're able to stabilize yourself. It's gonna hit you in a moment, but you're feeling pretty mostly yourself at this point in time. You're like, any words that you say might be slurred a little bit, but your overall cognizance, you feel like you could probably make your way to your bed if you wanted to.
Yeah, I probably go ahead and do that.
As you make your way into whichever chamber you're bunked with. I envision that it's probably Bigtoon Athros as one, Ibrin, maybe Miris as another, and then Ohno and Irini, because the two of them generally bunk together, because that seems to work out okay. As you make your way into the chamber that Ibrin's in, you see him lying on his bed, pass the F out, hit really, really hard, and you like stumble your way across to the other bed that's in the room. And once you finally get yourself stabilized, whether you're sitting or laying down, you feel it hit you, this overwhelming alcohol. As you go over another drift, you hear the sounds of the wine sloshing in the barrel. In the center, you see Athros's unconscious body, just laying next to it, his like foot sticking, like you can see his foot through your doorway. As you, those of you who are cognizant or not, one final time, you would hear in the back of your minds, "I'm sorry, guys." As if you're all drifting off to sleep, the vessel will continue to move forward. I would say, since all my NPCs are NPCs are going to do things. Irini's probably not going to join in on the alcohol fun. She would probably go and talk to Ohno. Matra will be doing something
Sounds the
on the
alcohol.
ship. The alcohol, the barrel itself is sturdy, so it's not going anywhere. It'll probably be in the center of that room, in the center of the hallway when you guys wake up. But I would say if you wanted to take the equivalent of a long rest, you could. It will be, let's see, 8 hours from now. Put us at about, you know what? You're all drunk as hell. We're gonna say, you need a little extra time. So time will pass 10 hours, and the vessel, with no one to interrupt it, would be probably near. Gotta do some math quick before I move it. Oh, this won't be bad at all. The vessel itself has a crazy amount of speed, able to pierce through the snow. But no one confirmed with Ohno whether or not we wanted to do anything. So, I would say when you all awake, hungover as hell, you can no longer feel the ship moving. It is mid to late afternoon now, and as you one by one wake up, Athros waking up in a pile of drool on the floor of the hallway, everybody else making it to a bed. You would see Matra kind of in front of you. Athros, you would wake up to her kind of waving some form of like food in front of your face, something warm and meaty. You might want to eat this. Might help you stave off whatever the hell you just went through a little bit faster.
I start eating it out of her hand. I don't like take it from her, just on the floor, taking bites out of it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, here you go. And it's honestly, you can tell that it is not something that was found on top of the ship. It must have been found, either it was made somewhere within the vicinity, or it was gotten elsewhere, because making hot food is very hard when you're in the frozen north. As you like eat, it takes you like probably 6 bites max to eat through the food that she had in front of you. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough to kind of get your attention and give you a little something. We're back in a Brinchander right now. We made a lot of progress. We probably got here a couple hours ago. Ohno went into town, and it sounds like all of you, or at least you, weren't on good terms with him. I don't really know how everybody else was. That I wasn't paying attention to a lot of that. I was confused by the child in the room. But we're getting
I got
preparations.
drunk.
Hi there, Ebrin. Glad to see you're awake. We're in Brinchander now.
Cool. Where'd we get the food?
We're actually docked on the north end. Honestly, the vessel is right out. Our ship's right outside of town. It couldn't fit through the gates. But I grabbed this from the North Look. So, if you wanted to head that way, any of you, if you wanted to head that way, there's fresh food waiting for you at the inn.
Didn't we leave the polar bears here?
Yeah. About that, Chief Taruk and the Druids left shortly into the trip. I don't know how quickly all of you passed out, but by the time we came to find you to explain things, you were all out cold. And you would, like, look at, Aethris, as you wake up, you, like, feel the side of your face, and there's, like, a red spot. I tried slapping you awake, and it didn't work. You guys were out. Whatever is in this barrel, I see it did its job.
We need more of. Yeah. We need more of it. And I start drinking more of it in the morning.
I think
Not like...
Not as hard as what you were going before.
No, but like, a good swig of it. Just be like, yep, today's gonna be a great day as well. Gotta go talk to Ohno.
Hey, if you want to do round 2 again tonight, I'm down. Just let me know. I need food. My head hurts. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look around and I'm just like, you know what? Screw this. I cast great food and water.
Nice.
Make us a feast. For us, not Ohno.
As you, it is verbal and somatic. You utter a divine incantation, and you, I envision, touch the ground. And as you do so, unveiling itself,
it's the whole feast.
Yeah, unveiling itself magically on this, like, part of the meal, I like to assume, is just some form of, like, item to hold all the food. And you see on this, like, mat of sorts that is conjured out of this spell a literal full feast of food. It smells appealing, but as the spell says, it is bland but nutritious.
Breakfast is ready.
I will drunkenly walk back over, plop down right next to him, and
yeah,
start
all of
eating.
you, honestly, yeah, all of you, your heads are pounding. What a hangover. But the food is, I mean, it's bland, but it's food, and it tastes okay, I guess. But it's filling. You feel that there's some fatty bits in there to help counter out this rather quick. Probably take about an hour worth of time for it to fully kick in, but you'll feel like you'll be better once it digests a little bit. Big Toon Mirrors, you joining in on the feast?
Sure.
Yep.
Hallway meal. The best kind of meal. As you fill your bellies. Enough time passes, I'll say, like 30 minutes worth of eating.
Yeah, after I'm done eating, I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on myself to cure my hangover. Alright guys, let's go.
The hangover is gone.
Yeah.
We're in Brinchander, huh?
Yeah. We got here a few hours ago, and then docked, and Ohno kind of just went into town. Valine went in to get some of her supplies. She left here when we took off in the lightning tank, I think. But yeah, Ohno disappeared into town, but we're here. So if you feel like you might need anything, that might be a good time. I know we're still on a time crunch, but you know, might not be a bad thing.
Go fucking back to that place and I'm fucking whatchamacallit. I need some goddamn potions on the cheap again.
I just realized how much money we had, and we should all have a ton because of Valine.
Indeed you do.
Aethos is gonna go on a shopping spree.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I would want to go to town hall and see what the hell's happened since we've been gone.
Yeah, I would like to do some shopping as well.
Okay. As you all disembark off the vessel and hop down the ladder, you would be met by a couple of the town guard who, they know who you are. They don't even need to check things. You guys are here as a Bridgehander, and they, you walk in just fine. Coming in from the north gate, you would see the north look to your right as you enter. If we're looking to shop, what are we looking to do? Shops are open for at least probably another 3 to 4 hours. So,
Magic stuff.
Yep.
Magical items. Look, I got a taste for the fancy stuff. I don't want any of the cheap, mundane items anymore. Aethos, you want something nice.
Yeah, I want like the curious curios.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, maybe go to Black Iron Blades. Get if they have any good magical items, armor, stuff like that.
Okay. You make your way down the center street of town. You can see that a lot of the rubble that had been there from when the Charladyn Dragon attacked and the cult battle that had ensued beforehand has been cleaned up. There's some piles of alongside some of the buildings that maybe some of the townsfolk had gathered themselves. You see the town guard kind of talking to some of the residents of the town, but not too many. After all, the guard is very thin at this point in time. As you kind of continue walking through town, you don't see any sign of Ohno, and honestly, he can't really, his footprints, he must have disembarked shortly after they got here, and you don't really see his footprints. There's a small breeze blowing through town, some light layer of snow from the night before, kind of covering up his tracks, it not being packed down. Okay. As you make your way down to Black Iron Blades, the door itself is unlocked. You, those of you who want to make your way inside, more than welcome to. As you enter, you're met with the very familiar sight and sound of hammers being banged against some form of item in the back. You would see Elza manning the front desk, and she sees all of you come in, and she gets a big grin on her face. The returning Bridgehander heroes. I wasn't sure the next time I'd see you.
Yeah, we've been on quite the adventure, and we've come across quite the amount of coin. And I dropped my massive coin purse on the counter, and I'm looking to spend it all. What you got? Show me the good stuff.
Well, if you're looking to spend money on the good stuff, then I might have something for you. The armor that you're wearing now, and she looks like the both of you, is made of either scale or plate, I believe. I don't actually know what each of you are wearing truthfully for material.
I've split. Yeah.
Split mail, yeah.
I've just gotten in a shipment of mithril. Can you believe it?
No, you didn't.
I did. We're currently in the process of putting some of it together. The mithril itself, it's not made into armor quite yet, but we're in the middle of putting that together. So if you're looking for something to spend a little coin on, I mean, to me, mithril's the way to go because it's lightweight and it doesn't impose, When you're out and trying to be sneaky, you're not going to hear the clankety clank of your armor nearly as loudly.
Oh yeah, can't have that happening.
But I guess it depends on what kind you want. Because I mean, I can make it into any which shape you want it to be. Or, if you're looking for something else, I mean, just name what you're thinking. I might have something for you. Also known as, I don't know exactly what you're looking for, so give me some ideas.
Just like maximum protection, or I like Big Toon's Shield. That is pretty damn cool. Where you can just like shoot across the battlefield. But yeah, like full plate armor or some cool special shield. Yeah, those would be the two main things I'm looking for.
And what about you, Big Toon?
I mean, feeling a little spicy lately. I don't know. Weapons or armor, so I might hold off for now.
Yeah, you did just get that cool sword.
You got
And
the
I
new
just got this
sword.
cool hammer.
Yeah, I pull it out and I activate like
You
part.
Did you say you activate it too? I didn't hear that part.
Yeah. Yep.
As
So,
you
like I make it like in a full like whip mode, and then I like quick like suck it back in to show like it's a regular arm as well.
That is. I don't think I've seen a blade like that before. Can I, you know? And she like nudges up to you. Give it a look over.
I suppose you could.
She just like almost like yanks it out of your hand and just like inspects it, like in this like super curious mindset. And she like looks back into the chamber. You can still hear like Garn is going like really hard on some form of blade in the back. Hey Garn, come take a look at this sword that Big Toon brought in. And like Garn looks to like he pulls the goggles that are off his like on his face up, and you see like the reverse raccoon eyes, let's call it. Did you say Big Toon was back? Aye! The heroes of Brinchander are back in town. Well, I'll be. And he like comes over and looks at all of you, and like before even looking at the blade, he just like looks at you, Athros, and Big Toon. He just kind of slaps both of you on the shoulder. It's good to see you. As he looks at the sword. I've never seen one like that before. And she's like, I know. It's like it's made of bone or something.
I think it is. I mean, we killed this giant worm thing, so.
As you're like saying this sentence, almost as if she's like right at the end before she cuts you off. How much do you want for it? This would be great in my collection.
And while that may be true, I don't think it's.
Biscuits.
However, when it does come time for me to sell it, you will be the first person I'd come to.
Damn straight I am. And she like has this, like she like puffs herself up a little bit. Damn straight I am. I'll give you a good coin for it too. You don't see anything. I've never seen a blade like this before. Anyway, Athros mentioned something about a unique shield. Now I know that us and Ohno made a shield for Athros, but now you have one that apparently allows you to fly around the battlefield. What's that all about? Starts going into asking questions because clearly it's not their work.
Technically, it's not the shield itself. It'll be easier for me. And I walk from one end and use it to get across to the other end.
Wait a second. I know whose work this is. Elza would look
I
at
bet you
Gardner.
do.
It was Grendel, wasn't it?
Of course.
That cheeky bastard. Why didn't we think of that? I don't know, Elza. We can't think of everything unique. He's always been the mastermind over there in East Haven. comes up with some weird shit. Aye. That... If I look it over, I could probably replicate that, Athros, if you wanted it. But if you don't want that, I mean, we do have some equipment you might be interested in. We got a shield that allows you to, well, she pulls out from behind the counter a very ornate kind of looking shield. It has like the metal that is outlining the outside. It almost looks like stained glass, but it's like different colors of like coated fine craftsman work that like ornately decorate the outside of this shield, coming to what looks to be some form of arcane sigil in the middle. You cannot recognize the writing on the sigil to recognize the language. Mirrors will recognize it. Mirrors will recognize it as Draconic, but it's hard. You don't know offhand. But as you look at the shield, you see that it has a faint glow along the inner ring. This shield right here we picked up recently too. Some traveler came walking through, him and a group of other people. Not as strong as you, don't worry. I know my heroes when I see them. But this shield right here, they said that it has the ability to give you, well, when you're being hit by fire and I guess bolts of lightning, well, you don't feel it nearly as hard. Also known as a shield of resistance to fire and lightning damage. If that doesn't tickle your fancy, like I said, we got the mithril. We're currently cooking up a couple of weapons, but also there are some blades and bows and stuff like that that are available here.
Okay. So how much would you be willing to part with that shield for? To one of the heroes of Brinchander, of course.
Oh, right, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the normal price for the shield here, you would be looking at about 4,500 gold pieces, but you're my hero as a Brinchander. I would cut you about roughly, give or take. And then she starts doing math in her head as I'm about to do some physical math. I would part with it for about 2,000 gold pieces for you.
That's tempting. That's a big discount. You're really screwing over all your other clients, aren't you? Charging full price.
Well, it's not every day that we have people who come to town who we, get to know on the starts of their journeys, who come back here, save the town as best they can the first time, and then come back again and save the town again the second time. 60 to 70% off, that's... I understand it's still a lot of money, but for something like this that can resist two different elements, and she slaps it on the top, you can fit so much potential in here.
I am very interested in that, but how much would it be if you were to make me a set of full plate mithril armor, let's say?
Full plate mithril armor. I like the way you are thinking there, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just run some math here. If I were to custom commission some full plate mithril armor, truthfully, it'd actually be a little bit cheaper than this shield here for you, sir. You would be looking at right around 1,000 gold pieces. Mithril, well, it's it takes a while to get up here from the Dwarven Valley. Actually, I guess they'd be down here now that I think about it. But between the cost to create it and the materials itself, usually it runs about 23 to 2,500 gold pieces for a set of full plate. I would give it to you for about 1,000. and a good
Okay.
solid handshake.
Ooh, I got a great handshake.
It's gotta be solid.
The question. Oh, it is. I might break your hand with it, to be honest.
Challenge accepted there, Athros.
Okay. So here's the thing. I want both those, but I don't have quite the amount for both those items.
How much
and
are
I'm
you short?
wondering, Like 500. I'm looking to see like if I were to sell my split mail, it looks like the cost is 200 gold, or the market price is 200. And I do have this cloak of dragon's breath. Let's see.
You got the cloak of dragon's breath.
Oh yeah.
You guys have been
I
holding
pull it out
out
of my
on me.
backpack. Yeah, it's a cloak. I wasn't sure if you'd want something like this. It's not true armor or a true weapon, but it can breathe fire.
Hey, if you're looking for someone to handle your magical goods, you can look no further than Garn and Elza at Black
Okay.
Iron Blades.
Well, I'll keep that in mind in the future.
And she like winks at you with like a.
So yeah, I guess how much? If I were to trade in my split mail armor and this cloak, how much would you still want for the shield and the mithril full plate?
I tell you what, Athros. And she like takes like the cloak to look it over and just like look at the beautifully decorated design for the cloak itself. If you were to trade in your splint mail and this cloak, that would cover your missing cost.
Okay, that's a deal.
And she like holds out her hand, waiting for that firm handshake.
Oh yeah.
I
give her a firm handshake.
I want you. Oof. What kind of check do I want you to make?
Sleight of handshake.
Yeah, what's the best bonus I have in these? I don't want to screw this up. Survival, because this is a big deal. I don't want to lose this.
Persuasion. Performance.
I'm gonna say
Athletics.
Animal handling, because it's handle.
Athletics.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be an athletics check.
Okay.
Sleight of handshake. I still thought was pretty
I'm
good.
gonna give myself guidance. I'm gonna be like, all right.
I would like
You
to say
got
that
yourself a
was
deal.
really good. That was really good. I was too in depth in my thoughts.
Yeah. Why is
I was wondering that too.
yeah? It's all the question marks on the guidance side.
The D4. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a 2, but
As the two of you clasp your hands to go in for this handshake, there is almost like an audible pop sound as the two palms collide. But between the two of you, and you both grip with a very large amount of strength, you feel as though your handshake was more firm than what hers was. And as you pull your handshake away, her being the one who breaks off first, she kind of like shakes her hand like in the air a little bit. You weren't kidding.
yeah, I warned you. Give her a wink.
You did. I take full responsibility for my actions. All right. So I can get the armor commissioned underway. We have some pieces that are kind of already in the works. They're just going through a cooling phase right now. But the rest of, like, if I were to assemble the rest of it, it probably wouldn't be available for... Hey, Gunn, how long do you think it would take? You're the one who's working on this project. And he, like, kind of runs math on his fingers, but he's, like, mumbling under his breath, like, between cooling and reheating and tempering and shaping. You'd probably be looking at... If I rush job it, I could get it done in about 6 hours. If I take my time and make sure that it's perfect, do all my checks and all that stuff before I consider it sellable quality, I would add on probably another 2. So, whatever you would prefer. 6 to 8 hours from now, I could get you a set of... Well, then you give me 8 hours, I'll have you a beautiful set of mithril full plate.
Mm-hmm. But now you got this amazing cloak that can help you breathe dragon fire. That might speed things up with the heating process. Huh?
As part, I see where you're going here, but I don't think it'll help me when my furnace is already running.
Okay.
You know what I
wasn't
mean?
sure.
It was a good try.
Yeah.
It was a good thought. I appreciate that. Big Toon, I'm sorry we might have neglected you. And Ibrin and Miris, the two of you. Was there anything that you guys either want custom commissioned or maybe you're looking to purchase here? I'm so sorry. I was so distracted by the bracer that Grendel made that we didn't, and the sword, and someone interested in buying mithril and our shield.
Well, I have some coin that I could give you, but it's not for a product. It's maybe some information. I want to know I want to know who has the coolest, most dangerous, just magical items in town.
The coolest and most dangerous items in town.
Preferably magic, but also because I mean, obviously your stuff is evidenced by the things that I've gotten from you.
Right. Well, if we're looking at someone who might pose some dangerous items, a lot of the stuff that can be directly, but besides weaponry in general, I mean, we sell a lot of the weaponry stuff because people have to be paying a pretty penny for that shit. Not that I'm complaining, but if you're looking for items that are in general posed as a danger, the two places in town that might have items of that sort would be, and like, Garn looks at Elza and then looks at the party. Well, it would be either Scramsax at the North Look. He has a lot of. He used to be. I mean, he's a war veteran. He used to be a militiaman, so he's seen a lot of combat in his days. He likes to browse our wares, and we usually give him a chance to look at things before most other people do. You guys are an exception. Don't think that I'm trying to cheap out on you. Or if they're items that are, tied to, let's say, some of the, less well appreciated gods and goddesses, or maybe are cursed in nature, you would be looking at talking to Mishan at the House of the Morning Lord. They keep a lot of that stuff in secure chambers deep beneath the chapel, because a lot of the places don't want, cursed items in general, be they powerful, combat-based, or hurtful. We don't like selling those in our market. It kind of, muddles our name a bit. So she generally collects them and keeps them under lock and key below the House of the Morning Lord. But I know we've accumulated a few of them over our time here. I mean, geez, how many have we accumulated now, Elza? And Elza looks at him. The fuck if I know? It's been how many years since we've been here? At least a handful. And then someone a couple years back was very persuasive and they purchased. I think that leaves us with 4 under the House of the Morning Lord? 4 weird, obscure, or cursed items that they really didn't want us selling? So, yeah, you'd have to look there, guys. I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize. That is better than I could have imagined. As he says that, I was reaching into my coin purse. There's about 50 pounds. And I was going to grab it. Being so delighted in hearing the information that I heard, grab 25 gold pieces.
You're too nice to us. We appreciate
And
you.
you're
I
too
hope you
nice
all
to
know
us.
that. Also, I suppose since I should say things, just because you guys travel a lot, but if you ever need a curse removed, let's say you have like it's like some armor that's like bound to you. You can't take it off at night. Mishan at the House of the Morning Lord provides those services, but you probably already knew that. I mean, she's one of a holy faith. She has the ability to do a lot of holy things. I mean, she brought back Vas'Kai. I didn't think that was possible. But, if you ever need stuff like that done, here in the north, she's probably the best one. I would say the Church of Oril in Targos could do that too, but, well, with everything going on, no one really likes stepping foot in that place. So, yeah.
Or yours truly can remove cursed items. You know.
Well, I'll be darned. That makes sense too.
Yeah.
You're a powerful young holy warrior in your own right. And what's that I see strapped across your back? Did you get a new hammer?
Oh. I mean, I'm glad you noticed. But yes. And I hand her Faithbringer. Or Spirit Breaker, yeah.
As you do, like, for you, the weight of the hammer, you don't feel the weight nearly as much as, like, what you felt with your other hammer that you had. It seems that part of it being attuned to you, the weight that you actually feel is reduced. As she grabs it, she, like, her arms, like, jolt down for a second, as she just holds this sheer monster of an item. I've heard of this before. This is, hold on. The Raven Lady. Oh, you mean the Raven Queen? Yeah, she's not talked about a lot up here. This is one of her items. My golly, where did you find this?
In the sky.
You know, given you, I'm not surprised. Well, regardless, I can already tell that if I ask you if you want to sell it, you're going to say no. But...
Well, everything has a price.
She thinks about it for a second. You know, I don't even think I have enough gold in my reserves to even match you on the price here. I couldn't buy it if I wanted to. Not without cheaping you out, and I'm not about to do that to some of our most well-paying customers. This hammer has so much story behind it. I've heard the rumors about it. I've heard the stories. We've read the books, but I could never say that I've seen it in person. You are my first. But this is supposedly one of the ties for the Raven Queen to this realm. So the stories go. Which is why, despite what anybody could think of, no matter what magic someone tries to use to try and dispel its powerful forces or try to destroy it, it's not possible. I can just feel the magic emanating out of this thing. There's so much potential left untapped. It's quiet, but I hear it used to roar. Anyway, if I hold this much longer, I'm going to be very tempted. And she, hands it back to you. If you want or need anything else from us while you're in town, I don't know how long you're in town. Are you in town for a while? I mean, you're in town at least for 8 hours while we make your mithril armor. As Garn's yeah, I should probably go get started on that. It was good talking to all of you. If you need anything, Elsa's your gal. I'm gonna go start working on that. It takes a little while for mithril to, melt and form in our molds that we have. But I'm on it, don't you worry about a thing. It'll be done in 8 hours. As he disappears into the back once again, he starts heating up another kiln of sorts, to kind of transfer some product over, but he kind of continues working on the sword that he was putting together to get it into shape since he stopped mid hammering before. And then Elsa just kind of looks at all of you. We're so happy to have you back in town. You know, if you haven't seen her yet, you might want to stop and see Vas'Kai. Or some, just if you have time when you're here. It's a big town. You're busy people, clearly. Got all these fancy new items. But if you need anything else from us, please let us know. We're here for you. Heroes of Brinchand.
I mean, I could use some stuff.
What you looking for, Ibrin?
Well, I still continue to get hit, and that kind of hurts. I have this studded leather armor. I don't know if you got some bracers I can maybe wear to boost up my defensive capabilities that I can wear with this, or um, if you have health potions, I know where the fuck we can get those, because I am out. Can you make explosive arrows? Because I could use some of those. Maybe a bigger quiver as well. Minuscule stuff compared to what my other compatriots are looking at, I know, but nonetheless.
Well, she like thinks for a moment. I don't have bracers that'll boost your defense, but fun fact, when your friend Kanit was here, he actually sold us a pair of bracers that help boost, and she like looks and sees that you have your bow on your back, that help you boost your archery skills a little bit. If that tickles your fancy.
It does and it doesn't. And then I would kind of like cast in my right hand one of my psionic daggers, and in my left hand a psionic bow. Like I kind of mainly use these when I use my bow. It's longer range. You know, I usually take a second or two to steady my aim and normally don't miss as much.
Well, let me rephrase a little bit. It doesn't make your attacks more accurate. It makes them hit just a little bit harder. You feel more punch when you let go of that arrow.
Now, would that only work with the arrow itself, or what about if I use my my ability here and I bring out the psionic bow again?
It works on... These bracers help stabilize your arms in a way that, regardless of whether or not it's a dagger being thrown or a arrow being shot out of a bow of any sort, I would imagine, it gives you a little extra punch. Also known as, it gives you a +2 bonus to damage rolls on ranged attacks.
So above table would it work with my psi abilities?
Yes.
Alright.
As long as you're attacking with range, so like if you didn't like run in and like did a melee attack or something, like as long as you're attacking at range.
Okay.
As far as for the explosive arrows, I have gunpowder, I have, you know, shafts to make arrows. These arrows wouldn't pierce foes, they would deal explosive damage. Probably, I guess, yeah, I could make some of those for you. That wouldn't take too long. I could have it done by the time the mithril armor is done. We'll just do a group pickup, I suppose. Or, it would only take me a couple of hours to put everything together. Depends on how many you want, truthfully.
Quantity is one thing. How much of a boom can you make it have within a small space?
Well, if you really think about it, and she like lights a pipe that's like been laying on the counter. If you think about it, the more explosive you put in, the bigger the package has to be, which means the range that you're going to be able to fire them will be reduced. I could make the explosion as big as, well, I could fill this room if I wanted to, but the range of that arrow is going to be reduced to pretty close. You'd have to fire it maybe 30. You'd probably have about a 30-foot range if I did this room, and the room itself is like, it's probably like a 20-foot cube. But
Gotcha.
if you went with something that had a little less powder and a little more range, I could probably do about half that. So factor in, it'd be like 10-foot radius. Not 10-foot, 10-foot radius or a 5-foot radius really would be the two that you'd be looking for. If you're looking for something that doesn't do the big kaboom explosion, and just, I could make one where instead of it dealing a ton of damage, it's just brute force, and you could maybe push someone like 5 feet. 10 feet if, again, you reduce the range a bit. So you could, she could make an arrow where you could hit a target and push them either 5 or 10 feet back. Or whatever direction you fired from.
I'll have to think about that. Bracers. Let's talk about that. But before we do you have any health potion?
The health
Or
potions?
know where I can get them?
I don't have any here. But I know you can buy some if you talk to Mishan at the House of the Morning Lord. Or sometimes they keep that. They might still have some left over, maybe, from the Charladyn Dragon battle at Town Hall. You might be able to. I wouldn't say get them back. If you donated them to the town, they might have to sell them back to you at the reduced price. But I don't know if they have any. But I can guarantee that Mishan probably has a few on hand herself, because she does. Well, she's our town priest, so she does a lot of that healing.
Alright. So what are we looking for with these bracers?
The bracers themselves sell for about 2,000 gold pieces here in the north. I'd give them to you for 800. 800 gold pieces.
And you said it's going to give me a +2 to damage rolls?
+2 to damage rolls on all ranged attacks.
I'm just trying to think real quick.
You do what you got to do. I'm here all day.
Let me think about it.
Okay, you think about it. I think, since we're in the middle of talking to Garn and Elza, if Miris, I'm going to say, just because I know you haven't talked a lot, if there's something in particular you're looking for, think about it and send me a DM or talk about it at the beginning of session next time, and I will try to whip it up right away.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that.
I don't want to put you on the spot, and we're also over on time by quite a bit this time, so I will take some time, since I only work till noon for summer school, and I will put things together. So, just let me know, and if there's anything that anybody else missed that maybe you wanted to see if they had that you're looking for, just send me a DM or something too. I'll work on that too.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you kind of know what line I'm looking down. Just what you're gonna let me get.
I feel like I know.
Hello?
You should still refresh me.
Yes, it's a she.
Just yeah.
Okay.
What kind of?
Okay.
Just some fun items. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. As the party continues talking with Garn and Elza, we are going to end our session there and pick it up in Bryn Shander next week. The party surviving their encounter, having a mobile snow ship as of right now, with a missing Ohno somewhere in town, and Matra not with you either, somewhere also in town. And as we continue our negotiations, I will see you all next week, hopefully. No more month-long breaks if we possibly can. Roleplay days, I can miss one person.
Right.
And then combat days, if we start combat without a person, I can manage, but I not continue. I mean, if I need to, I will. If we miss a month because someone has a lot of things going on, I mean, I'll finish up combat so we can keep moving. But I don't like doing that. I don't like having to control more characters than I have to. So, and then I guess let me stop the stream quick. Just some news.